What's going on, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Cap Nation Live, Thursday Game Day edition. Welcome, 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 everybody. Glad to have everybody tuning in with us. Ready to rock, ready to roll on this beautiful and blessed Thursday morning. Whoo, doggy. I don't know where my live chat is. I can't see it. But a good morning to absolutely everybody. Welcome, everybody. There's my live chat. So you guys are lively this morning. 80 or so people here, and it's just going to get busier. So congrats to absolutely everybody yet again yesterday on another monster day. My fellow shipmate Nathan says, I want a monster parlay. I know you've seen that parlays that I posted yesterday. I cracked Bet Online for over $40,000 last night on parlays alone, and I don't even like parlays. All I did, because I knew it was coming, I knew the double sweep was overdue. I bet the premium plays minus the first one because I didn't do it in time, or else it would have been even more money. But all I did was bet the 2 remaining premium plays, my 4 personal plays, and my game of the week. That's all I did. And we cracked the snot out of them. It was good. We needed multiple brooms yesterday. Premium plays needed a set of brooms. My personal plays needed a set of brooms. Game of the week, blowout with USC, blowing them out when it mattered the most at the very end. Go Trojans, fight on, baby. Putting that big money in our pocket. What happened to UNC Greensboro? It's the smallest play of the day. You know, no harm, no foul. If you couldn't figure out how to get a fucking winning day, not you, Seth, but to the people out there, they couldn't figure out how to get a winning day with that one and the other 2 that were on the board from yesterday. NC State plus 4.5 and VCU money line. Well, then I don't think we could help them. You know what I mean? If you were here tuning in yesterday and you didn't have a winning day, I just don't know if I can help you. I mean, we gave out Marquette plus 2.5. I said I'd have a small wager on it. I said that they were a live dog. That probably should have been our college basketball game of the year yesterday for all intents and purposes, blowing them out and winning outright. VCU first half, I said I was betting, and I did. Hopefully you guys hammered that one too. So, I mean, NC State, the over 141.5. NC State first half. You know, if you couldn't come to Cappers Nation Live yesterday and figure out how to get a winning day, well then, you know, you should probably go watch the dog show or something like that. USC's been looking good, man. USC has definitely been looking good. Whoo! Game recap from yesterday. We dropped our daily free play, which was the smallest one. UNC Greensboro losing to Virginia Military Institution. Oh well. During the live show, show you guys the board from yesterday. This was the board from yesterday. We had NC State right there, plus the 4.5, and VCU minus $1.40 on the money line. We might as well just delete these. I hate deleting them because it means, well, it's a good thing. It means we had a good day yesterday. So we'll get the board ready while we're at it. Those were the free plays yesterday. Ended up going 2-1 overall on free plays. Premium plays. And we're already with a frozen camera this morning. That's a good thing. When the camera's money. Premium plays yesterday. Went 3-0. Indiana State laying 6.5 over Evansville. Winner, winner, winner. Woolford and Citadel under 155.5. And people say that I don't take the unders. People say we don't take the unders here. No, betting an over is just more fun. However, we pound the snot out of unders. Citadel and Woolford under 155. Easy money right there. Drake laying 5.5. That line dropped to 4.5. It didn't matter which direction you got it at. That one was easy as well. 3-0 sweep for premium plays. Winner, winner, and winner. Yet again, if you guys notice, premium plays just keep winning. That's all they're doing is winning. 2-1, 3-0, 2-1, 2-1, 3-0. I think in the last like 7 or 8 days, I think they've swept the board 4 times. I think it might be 8 days they've swept the board 4 times going 3-0. But we weren't done there yet. My game of the week, the USC Trojans, laying 10 against Arizona State. Oh yes, not to mention the Utah Jazz, which I did bet. I actually bet them to win 500, and then I in-gamed them to win 1,000 when they were minus 170 on the money line, down 3 in the third quarter. Game of the week, no guaranteed needed there. Why? Because we keep winning my game of the weeks. One after another, after another, after another. Rest of my plays. I put out 4 personal plays plus my game of the week. My personal plays, 4-0 yesterday, which was long overdue. Long overdue. North Carolina laying 16. Easy flipping money. Kentucky on the money line against Vandy. Winner, winner. They were laying $1.55 when we put it out. VCU on the money line. I gave it out at minus 130. Then we went live and I gave it to you guys all for free at minus 140. Winner. Kansas laying 12.5. Winner. Blowing out Kansas State late in that game. Congrats to everybody. If you're on that combo package where you get premium plays and my personal plays, all y'all sons of guns went 7-0 yesterday. Soccer yesterday had another winning day. Went 2-1 or 2-1 and 2.5. Actually, 1.5 wins, a loss, and a half a push because the AFC Porto first half was over a half a goal or over 1, which means half your bet goes on the half, which it was. It was 1-0, 1-0 at the end of 1. So that was a half of a win and a half of a push. But we won on, what was the other one? Manchester City laying 1.5, and we lost the Atletico Madrid game laying $1.20. So either way, it doesn't matter which way you look at it. Winning day. NHL definitely needed to pick it up yesterday. That was the thorn in our side. But unfortunately, I don't have any say over the NHL. Those are what they do for the NHL is all on them. And sometimes I wish I could go help them out a little. But they'll pick it back up. They always do. Yeah, Renault, definitely VCU first half. I mean, we just gave out winner after winner after winner yesterday. And then I see people I had a losing day yesterday. Well, if you watched the damn flipping show, you did not have a losing day yesterday. And if you did, you need to pull your head out of your ass and figure out what you did wrong. Mufflagger says, man, Kyle made me $3K in 3 days. Who's complaining? Because you're betting wrong. Exactly. There's my brother Alex breaking out the broom. Seth says, I also parlayed the premium plays and Kyle's plays. Nowhere near the 45K return, but still a nice add to the bankroll. Most definitely. Most definitely. And if you guys follow me on Twitter, I posted those parlays all on Twitter. I posted them all on Twitter. I'm going to see if I can get them on here easily. And I'll show them off on here. But yeah, it was definitely a fun day yesterday. Plus, I straight bet them all. I bet in a couple different locations yesterday, but we cracked the flipping books yesterday. We cracked the book yesterday. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. It was good. It was definitely good. Actually, it wasn't good. It was flipping amazing. And I am going to reward myself. Anytime you have like a monster win, you're supposed to reward yourself. You're supposed to reward yourself. Or your significant other, whatever else you're doing. Pay off something, do this or do that. Well, most of my stuff is already paid off. All right, I got pink slips for everything. Yeah, I'm taking screenshots right on Bet Online of all 4 of the parlays that I made yesterday because they're pretty damn impressive. The least one that paid was like $4,400, with the big one being over $18,000. And I'm sad to say I missed a big one that paid even more, and it wasn't by much. It wasn't by much. Let's see here. I did a fun 15-teamer. And UNC Greensboro was the only loss. $196 to win $34,000. Fucking UNC Greensboro. All right, so let me load these up onto here. I hope you guys all, and I'm not, maybe we're bragging a little bit, or maybe bragging a lot. I hope you guys all had winning days as well, because I want everybody to win. And I don't care if you're on our plays or you're not on our plays. I want everybody to be able to experience what we experience on a near daily basis. Because, let me be honest. We don't win daily. We don't win every single day. Nobody does. All right? Nobody wins 365 days a year. But we win a hell of a lot more than we lose. That's for sure. That is for sure. So, going to pop these up on the screen. And we're going to have some fun with it. Here's parlay number 1. Parlay number 1 for everybody. And if you're not making money, we'll see what we can do to change that. All right? Because I want everybody. And I didn't bet any special games yesterday. I just bet the plays we put out for our customers. That's all I did. That's all I did yesterday was bet the plays that we put out. So here's parlay number 1. I did a $1,000 4-teamer. I took Drake on the money line, which they were a premium play. Lay in 5.5 and it dropped to 4.5. So I could have won even more money if I wouldn't have laid the juice. But I took them on the money line. I took my game of the week on the money line. I took the under in the Wolford game, which dropped a full point. It still didn't scare me. And I took Kentucky on the money line, and I bet the parlay late. I bet this parlay literally not much before the games actually started. 1,000 paid $43.96 and 7 cents. So that was parlay number 1 yesterday. Because people say, oh, you don't bet. No, I'm just putting thousands of dollars on parlays for shits and giggles. You know what I mean? No, we don't bet over here. We absolutely bet here, and we absolutely fire. And nobody else does this. No other company will bet like this, will bet the games they give you, and have that much confidence in it. All right? So here's parlay number 2. Parlay number 2 was just a lonely 3-teamer for $1,000. I took North Carolina, which was a personal play of mine, laying 16.5. I took Kansas laying 12.5, which was a personal play of mine. And I took my game of the week with USC laying 10. $1,000 paid back $59.50 and 22 cents. Okay? So there's that one. That's parlay number 2. But no, don't worry. They're getting good. You notice they're starting to get a little bit bigger. And here's where the fun starts. Right? Here is where the fun starts. So here's the next one. And I'll tell you, I had some fun yesterday. Definitely had some fun yesterday. So, and believe it or not, this is the first one that I did. I had some random dollar amount in my account. $690, $610 was a random dollar amount. So I just did a 5-teamer for $696.10. I took VCU on the money line, which I gave all of you guys for free. I took Kentucky on the money line, which was a personal play. I took North Carolina laying 16.5, which was a personal play. I took my USC Trojans, which was game of the week. And I took Kansas laying 12.5, which was a personal play. So here's 4 personal plays and my game of the week for a 5-teamer for $696.10. That won me $11,905.04 plus my money back. Bravo Zulu to everybody. We did it, and we did it again. Now, we weren't done there yet, all right? We have one more to go. We had the fun one. Now, this is the real fun one, all right? Here's the fun one, folks, because this was the crazy one. Here you go. Here you go. This was the old Hail Mary for $355.99. Or $355.99. A 7-teamer. I took USC laying 10. North Carolina laying 16.5, which was a personal play. Wolford and Citadel under, premium play. Kentucky moneyline, personal play. VCU moneyline, personal play. Drake moneyline, which was a premium play, but laying the points. And Kansas laying 12.5. This is all I did was take our plays. $355.99, or I keep saying 99. $355.99. I did it again. $355.90 returned $18,365.55. That was just parlays, folks. That wasn't the straight bet on USC. That wasn't the second half wager that I made on USC. That wasn't a live wager that I made on USC. That wasn't the 3 premium plays I bet straight up. That wasn't my 4 personal plays that I bet straight up. Scott, you had a $1,500 3-teamer yourself. Congratulations, brother. Absolutely congrats. Shane says, dang, how do you get better than that for a day of betting? You don't bet UNC Greensboro. Right? Les says, hey, trollers, cry, cry, cry. Great job. Thank you. Seth S says, for a $45K cash out, you can afford air fryers for Cap Nation family members, right? Luckily for me, then, I only did a $42K cash out. I only took $42,000 of it out. And by the way, I want to tell you, Matt says, you deserve it, Kyle. To sweep premium and personals ain't an easy thing to do. To have that big of a day on the same day, it's generally not. TD says, premium plays have been really hot as of late. Time to jump on board, people. They are. They've definitely been extremely hot. Nathan says, just post the winning parlay for today. When you have my personal plays, brother, you know what to do. You know how to bet them. David says, I bet 50 a game and I'm up $1,000 this week. Congrats, brother. Absolutely congrats. Ron says, I hammered the snot out of my bookie yesterday. Congrats, brother. Everybody, congrats. Matt says, if you're following Kyle, I have no idea how you could be losing, I guess, bad bankroll management. You'd be surprised how many have, bad bankroll management out there. Marcus says, damn, I missed those parlays. Will you be doing them today? You didn't miss them because I didn't give them out. Those are premium plays and my personal plays. You need to have the plays and then you just bet them. Ronald says, pat your fucking ass on the back and throw your hands in the air. You stuck the bookies up with no gun, right? Exactly. And we're going to do it again today. So I'm going to reward myself. I'm going to go get me a new Vexus bass boat and with the parlay money. With the parlay money, I think I'll, courtesy of Bet Online. But I do want to tell you, I did a cash out yesterday. Anytime you do a cash out, Shapani says, I will buy a beer on March 19th. Kyle, my best day ever was yesterday. Congrats, brother. Congrats. Congrats. Reading through some of the comments. Shane says, what does it mean for a day like today? After that, bet smaller? No. When you're hot, you're hot. Alex says, I'm guessing Kyle hit the books for 60 yesterday. A little north of that. But it was a good day. 40 in just parlays alone. But I did a cash out yesterday. So here's my story on the cash out. Rocky says, started winning ever since I started following you. Thank you, sir. Marcus, that's a good one. We'll talk about that one as well. I've already bet that. I think I bet that thing 3 times already. Every time the lines changed, I bet it. So I did a cash out. Offshores are offshores. Everybody's always a little leery of them and stuff like that. I want to tell you exactly how real and quick and amazing it is to deal with our sponsor, Bet Online. So I bet there. And I won all this money, so I wanted to do a cash out. But first, if I would have won this money at the local casino, and I would have had to, first I would have had to put my pants back on because I was at home hanging out. No, I was not naked. But I would have had to get dressed, drive to the local book, valet, give them 20 to keep it running because I wouldn't want to have to walk to my car with all that cash and sticking out of my pockets. And then I would have probably had to wait an hour for manager's approval and for them to find all the cash because they wouldn't want to pay you that all at once. And then I would have had to walk back to my car, tip the valet again, hop in my car, drive all the way home, and spend all that time there, to the book and back, a couple hours. Which, no big deal. You're taking $40K. I don't care if it took me all day long or 2 days. Do it. No questions asked. But this is how simple it was on BetOnline. Log into my account, look at my balance. I smiled, gave a couple fist pumps, Tiger Woods style. Showed the wifey what the parlays hit. Decided to take out 42 of it. Basically what I won on the parlays. And I'm due for another cash out here in another day or two from BetOnline. You could do up to 2 a week, up to I think $250,000 a piece. So we've only been dealing with BetOnline. Oh yeah, Jeff, give your ID, all of that shit. We've only been dealing with BetOnline since week 1 of the NFL. I've done some good cash outs, 25K, 20K, a lot of 20Ks, a lot of 10, some 12s, 15, but I've never done one of this nature, of this high with them. BetOnline, or, back in the 5 Dimes day, I had a 50K once. And then they cut their limits down to 10K a week. And that was with 5 Dimes. This is how awesome BetOnline is. So I initiated the cash out. They send you the code to your email, put the email in. When I was done with my part of it, it was 8:01. At 8:26, I get a notification deposit of $42,000 in Bitcoin. It took all of 26 minutes for them to receive my withdrawal request, get it approved, process it, send it to me, all in Bitcoin. Dex says, Kyle makes more than most Americans do in 1 year within hours. Probably. But I'll be humble about it. So, 26 minutes. If you guys are ever needing a book and you're not betting with them, oh, Seth, you're killing me, man. And you're not betting with them, then you're solely missing out. Because I promise you, there's no other book that's paying you that dollar amount that fast. And remember, for anybody that's not with them, and I know there's 2 people. Brent, if you're watching, I saw your email. I don't know how I missed it while I was gone. I'll get you going today. And I know there's one more for a gentleman that I was talking to yesterday. I got your screenshots, and you're going to be good to go. But if you guys have never been with them before, and you go read the front page of our website, and you follow these instructions right here. Click on that link, and read this. Follow these instructions right here. And maybe I'll send out another email about this to everybody that's never tried it before. Get 2 days of premium plays or 2 days of my personal plays on the house just for making a deposit with them and trying them out. So, I don't mind rewarding you guys and giving back to the people that support our sponsors. But yeah, Brent, you'll be taken care of today, sir. Pack, absolutely amazing. They're definitely the best. And if you guys don't believe me, I tweeted the cash out stuff. It's on my Twitter account. Duke says Dave Mason must clench his butt every time Kyle tags him, huh? It's funny. He just replied to me. He said, "Wow's a nice score. Congrats." And you know what's funny? is there never Debbie Downers about paying. Never. Regardless, and the fact that I'm a winning sports bettor at their establishment, and I haven't been chopped, shows a lot. PAX says I have to wait like 3 to 5 Ks to cash out from DraftKings. 26 minutes, brother. Do they have an app? No, but they have a mobile site. Thank you, Jeff. The deposit to start? No, you make a deposit and that's your money. You know what I mean? No different if you go to the sports book in the mobile app and you make a deposit. They're definitely fast. And I recommend everybody use Bitcoin. Recommend everybody use Bitcoin. No, Duke, because we did the same thing with with 5 Dimes, and they chopped me down. My limits were chopped completely. My first quarter overs and football were down to $50 at the very end. Jeff says couldn't happen to a better person besides me, right? Hey Jeff, you already won Mega Millions, all right? Your monster winning days are done. All right? Unless you start giving back to charity. For everybody that doesn't know, Jeff won like 700 million, 701 million in the Mega Millions. And he was the only winner. Didn't even have to split it. Didn't even have, and how the fact that he didn't even tell his wife that he won all this money is beyond me. Very nice, Nathan. Congrats. Michael, good morning. Abraham, I don't know about cash deposits and stuff like that. I always do Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Bitcoin's the way to go, folks. But enough of that one. I could talk about that all day long because, I had an absolute 200 million. Michael, you're very welcome, sir. You guys cracked me up. So, great day yesterday. Now all we have to do is duplicate. Repeat and duplicate. Now, if you're on my personal plays, they're not out yet. All right? If you're on my personal plays, they're not out yet. But they're coming. As soon as we get off the live show, my personal plays will be going out. Dalwin, welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. Oliver says, hey, Kyle and Cap Nation, you're killing it. Kyle, need to jump on the Guaranteed Soccer and start winning. Yes, by the way, so I knew they were planning on doing this again. I didn't know they were doing it today. So I left the office yesterday. Hold on one second. Hey, Dave, let me call you back on live. Okay, yeah, no problem. All right. So I leave the office yesterday, go home, walk to the little community park that's literally, a couple hundred yards from the house. Take the little one there, let her play, let her run around, come back. Boom, they dropped a soccer game of the week. If you guys remember during COVID, we were putting out soccer guaranteed games weekly. And you guys all that were with us absolutely loved it. But back then it was like Nicaraguan soccer, Belarus soccer. And, we were hammering those absolutely insane Belarus soccer plays on guaranteed plays. Well, they were going to do another one. I didn't know it was happening today. I knew it was coming up, but I didn't know it was happening today, or else I would have let everybody know well ahead of time. So I get back to the office yesterday about 5 o'clock, and boom, soccer game of the week for today. for today, folks. It does go down today. It's pinned up at the very top. You guys can see it pinned up there. Now, the cutoff to sign up is 12:50 p.m. on the East Coast, 9:50 on the West Coast. So you literally have an hour and 37 minutes to get signed up for that if that's what you're wanting to get on. It'll be a good one. Comes just like my game of the week or guaranteed Saturday. Comes with a guarantee. As always. We'll always come with that guarantee for you guys. Guaranteed to win or you get the next one free. I'll post it. I mean, I know it's pinned at the very top of the page, but I'll post another one. That way you guys have a quicker link to it. And again, you only have an hour and 36 minutes to get on board. So don't miss out. There you go, folks. There's a link right to it. All right, so we're going to jump into the game day breakdowns. Give me 1 second, folks. I'm posting that on Twitter as well. Welcome again. Welcome, Dad. Welcome to the family. By the way, there is a members-only live show. Members-only live show. Later today. 2:30 Eastern Time. (2:30 Eastern Time, 11:30 Pacific). There will be a members-only live show. Where we'll be breaking down games and putting you guys on the extra wins. Henry, you're still good, brother. You're still good. Still golden on that one. Still golden. But yeah, you have plenty of time. All right, so if you want to be a member and join us for, I think we got a frozen screen. No, we don't have a frozen screen. Scott says, Kyle, what do you personally have on this play? You said you bet it 3 times. I bet it for $2,000 each, so $6K. That's just on Bet Online. It had a $2,000 max, but they allow you to rebet it every 60 seconds or anytime the line changes, whichever one comes first. Cash the bet. Did we break down the BYU game? No, we did not, but we will. And Scott, I'll probably have some more on it here soon. Probably right before kickoff. Michael says, VCU just paid my daughter's tuition for 1 year. Thank you, Kyle. You demand. Very welcome. Absolutely. We got that barbershop pole. You know, we hang that barbershop pole and we sweep the board. We may want to turn that noisy fucker back on, if you know what I mean. Seth, when you bet soccer, do you ever bet the draw to hedge? No, not usually. Maybe live. I'm not worried one bit, Brent, about anything. Cash to bet, it was probably just an overinflated line. I haven't really spent much time looking at it this morning. Vike, I have 6K on the soccer play. I do. Dave says, think we need it on for 5 minutes like yesterday. We'll have it on, don't you worry. Nathan says, very noisy, sounds like a dryer. It actually just sounds like every once in a while a little click right next to me. Other than that, it's not that noisy, but I know the microphone picks it up. The microphone picks it up pretty good. Exactly, Renault. We'll have it on. The light is on, it's lit. But we'll have it spinning. Every time I go to that board, we will have it spinning. All right, we'll have it spinning for everybody. So without further ado, let's jump into these game day breakdowns because I know that's all why you guys are here. All right, I know that's why you guys are here hanging out and you guys want to put some more money in your pocket. Never is, what kind of boat am I going to get? I'm going to get a Vexus, new Vexus bass boat. Just a little one, not crazy big tournament style one, a little bit less. Just because I don't fish as much as I used to anymore. Alrighty. Ken with 2 N's, good morning. Cash bet, I think they're a much better team than Pacific. I really do. I really do. And we're going to, we'll break down that game. Matter of fact, we can break down that one first. All right, we'll bounce around. We'll break down that one first, then we'll go back because I want to do a couple of the early games for you guys because I know that you guys are going to be action junkie on the first games that you possibly can. Seth, you're on the soccer play. I know you are, brother. Absolutely. We're going to get it. Cash to bet, we had Drake as a premium play yesterday. All right, so we'll go over BYU and Pacific. We'll take a look at that one, guys. We'll do this one first. We put it out as a free play. They were laying 6. It was probably an overnight inflated line. They're now down to 5.5, which just shows that we posted the play yesterday early evening, late afternoon, early evening when it was actually, when you do that ahead of time, sometimes you get an overinflated line. Sometimes the line will actually come down 0.5 point to 1.5. Just because if you want to bet it early, the books are going to tax you. But I have a sneaky suspicion once people start waking up and seeing the mismatch in this one, people are going to start pounding BYU, and then that line's going to climb right back up. So probably when we're done with this breakdown, as of right now against the spread, 52% of the money is on BYU, 48% on Pacific. So it's pretty even Steven right now. It just shows it was an overinflated line. 55% of all money line bets coming in are actually on Pacific as well. Taking a look, and let me log, and I actually haven't logged into anything yet, so let me log in to our Stats LLC so I can pop up all our stuff. Go to the BYU game today. There we go. I'll put my bet in before it moves. So I just bet it right there to win 500. And I'll show off my ticket when it's all said and done. Tom Scrowder, doesn't matter what day I purchase a $300 package on. No, whatever day you want to start. Whatever day you want to start. Jared says, we got 151 people in here and only 59 likes. Hit that thumbs up button. Don't have to leave the video to do so. Just exit the live chat and then go back to the live chat. Yes, thank you. Appreciate that. If you haven't done so, help get our videos trending on YouTube. Hit the thumbs up. Make it one of the first things that you do when you guys get here. If you're on your mobile device, you'll have to hit the little X on the live chat. You're not leaving the video. It just closes the live chat. That way you can see the thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up, and then you can open the live chat right back up. Thank you, Jared, for pointing that out as well. So when you start taking a look at BYU, first of all, let's take a look at the numbers on this one because, in my opinion, this is completely mismatched, all right? You've got BYU laying 5.5, minus 225 on the money line. Cash the bet. I put $500 on the free play. Free play is not a premium play. Free play is not a premium play. BYU laying 5.5, Pacific catching 5.5. The total's over and under 136.5. It's minus 108. First half numbers, BYU laying 2.5. The over and under is set at 64 for the first half. Now, when you take a look at BYU, they're 15-5 on the year for the Cougars. They're 6-3 in conference play there in the West Coast Conference. They are coming off a loss back on February 8th, so they haven't played in 10 days. All right, they lost to Gonzaga. They lost by 11. Before that, they beat Portland. They already beat Pacific, although they went to double overtime on their own home court. Pacific gave them a run for their money. All right, BYU played like shit. Super high-scoring double overtime game, 95-87. I definitely look for BYU to clamp down and make the necessary adjustments. Their only losses on the year are to the USC Trojans, which we saw last night, Boise State, Gonzaga twice, and then Pepperdine, who they lost by 3-2 on the road. Now, Pacific, on the other hand, 6-6 for the Tigers out of Stockton, California. All right? They're 3-5 in conference play. They've won one game out of their last 6, and it was against Portland. They beat them 84-57. They just lost by 4 to Loyola Marymount on the road down in Southern California. They lost to Gonzaga by 18. They lost to BYU in double overtime, which we already went over. They lost to Gonzaga by almost 50. I believe it was 46 or 44, 45, something like that. They lost to Pepperdine. We could talk about their wins. They beat UC Riverside, Montana State, Westmont, non-rated game, Santa Clara, and Loyola Marymount. They beat them on the front end of it, but they just lost the back end. You know, how do they play at home? Because, you know, Pacific's going to be at home. BYU's traveling to Stockton, California. They've got to win over UC Riverside, Montana State, Santa Clara, and Loyola Marymount, and most recently their last win, which was back on February 11th against Portland. BYU is rested. They haven't played in 10 days. They should come out ready to fire after their loss against Gonzaga. When you start comparing offense to offense, not much you can compare. All right, BYU has the 51st best offense in all of Division I, number 2 in the West Coast Conference as far as adjusted efficiencies go. When you take a look at the defensive side of things, again, you can't compare, you know, it's like apples to a grape, all right? You know, when you're comparing BYU's defense to Pacific's defense. You know, BYU has the 32nd best defense based on adjusted efficiencies in all of Division I, 4th in their conference. We'll use just conference play only numbers for this analysis, all right? For this breakdown, we'll use only conference play numbers. Right, Ronald? I wish we could see who doesn't hit it as well. Let's take a look at. We'll take a look at the home team. We'll take a look at Pacific's. I normally start with the road team, but we'll start with the home team. We'll talk about Pacific and their offense and the lackluster that we're going to get out of them. All right, 49% shooting from the field, a little over a percent below Division I average. 32.2% three-point shooting, again below Division I average. 49.3% conversion of all their two-point plays, every jump shot, layup, and dunk, again below Division I average. 66.7% free throw shooting, over 4% below Division I average. Everything that they do is below Division I average. Two-foul participation is nearly double the Division I average of 22.8%. They're in it 44.8% of the time. All right? When you take a look at BYU on offense, they're hitting 55% from the field, 35.6% from three-point range, 55.7% conversion of all their two-point attempts, every jump shot, layup, dunk, and they're a near 77% free throw shooting team. I've always said good teams increase their numbers and their percentages in conference play. Well, good teams stay about the same, go up a little bit. Great teams get better, all right? Every stat category for BYU in conference play, those percentages have either gone up or down to help them. When you take a look at BYU stats, you see a lot of green. Offensive rebounding, BYU, 30.3% of all the rebounds, offensive rebounds. Just 26.3% for Pacific. You know, BYU in the 2-foul participation, null and void, 12.8%. Major advantage, first half BYU, with Pacific being in the 2-foul participation, nearly 45% of the total time. And then if you take a look at the defense, you see basically the same thing, but reverse order with the defense. You know, BYU going to be stopping Pacific. They should. If BYU plays their style of the game and they get to play their style of game and they actually play defense, they should have zero issues stopping Pacific this time. What they did in the first game is, you know, they didn't play their game. They didn't play defense. Their defense wasn't on point. They allowed Pacific to hang around and stay in it, get into overtime, get into double overtime, and play around with them. If you play around with a shitty team, eventually you're going to get bit. All right? You play with a little Kit Kat, eventually he's going to scratch the shit out of you. You know, that's what they did. They scratched them up, took them to OT, and BYU ended up getting the best of them when it was all said and done, but it took double overtime. I don't expect that in this one. You know, BYU, they're holding teams to 47% shooting overall. They're holding teams to 33.5% shooting from three-point range. Not the best three-ball shooting defense, but, you know, they really shouldn't have to worry about it. Pacific's not the best three-point shooting team. They're holding teams to 45.5% shooting from two-point range. Every jump shot, layup, and dunk, they're limiting to 45% from their opponent. All right? You know, pace of play. BYU is a slower paced team on average anyway, 16.9 seconds. You know, right in the middle, you know, basically that top one, or actually the bottom 1/3 of Division I average as far as speed goes. The bottom of the top 1/3, excuse me. You know, but then you got Pacific. Pacific is a very slow paced team, almost 19 seconds on average per possession. Not Virginia slow, because Virginia's like super slow, that like 21 point something, 21.2 I believe it is. You know, but Pacific is definitely going to slow the ball down, try and take advantage of a better shot opportunity. It's the only way to stay, you know, in the game against BYU. They're going to have to limit their turnovers, which they have a lot of when they're on offense. And they're going to have to try and create turnovers when they're on defense, which they struggle at, all right? Which they struggle at. You know, BYU's offense, fairly decent at limiting turnovers. They're at an 18.3% mark, 6th in their conference, middle of the pack there. You know, they're going to have to limit turnovers, protect the ball, and make sure they knock down their shots. BYU should have zero issue knocking this one down. Gave it out last night at laying 6. They're now laying 5.5. If you haven't already bet it, now's the time to bet it, because I do not think you're going to get a better line than you are right now on BYU laying 5.5. And I just took a screenshot of my ticket, and I will put it up on the board for you guys. Somehow right here, there we go. Man, that was a beautiful parlay right there. Taking that parlay off the board and putting this one up there so you guys can see. So have all the utmost confidence. Remember, I bet $3,000 on a premium play or $3,000 on a personal play. So this is 1/6 of a bet of mine. 1/6 of a normal bet is what I bet on the free play. It's a small free play. BYU laying 5.5. There you go. All right, there you go. You can see it. You can see it. We're breaking it down. We're discussing it. So, you know, we'll make sure that we put it up on this fancy board here. I mean, after all, yeah, you hear that noise? That's the sound of money. That's the sound of money right there. You hear that swirling noise? Uh-huh. You got it, boys and girls. That is the sound of money going round and round into our pockets. All right, so we'll put it up on the board. We talked about it. Good old BYU up on the board. BYU up on the board. Lock it in, folks. Lock it in. And again, I'd bet it sooner rather than later, because I don't expect that line to go down anymore. I really don't. Andre, what's going on, brother? Reading through the comments. I know I missed some of the comments. You guys are talking about Wisconsin and Iowa. We can take a look at that game too. Alrighty. So there's that one. As far as the total goes, I do lean towards the over. Not a major fan of it, but I do lean towards the over. Jerry says, I don't hear nothing. Can I turn it up? Turn what up? The volume on me or the volume on... The Sound of Money? But, I do lean towards the over in the BYU game. But again, not the biggest fan of it today. I don't know why. Just looks trappy to me. I mean, for all intensive purposes, this should be a 70 to 60 game-ish. 70 to 50 in my opinion. Adams, I just want to give a shout out to my boy Kyle and Cap Nation to a hell of a job yesterday. Keep cashing, baby. Absolutely. Thank you, Adam. Adam D, I appreciate that, brother. Appreciate you being a client, as well as everybody. Chris B says, I like the new camera angle. Thank you. I need more light. The light's coming. That I promise you. It's actually... Everything's tore apart still. Nothing's where it needs to be. Hopefully by Monday, everything construction and adjusting wise in here will be set. But more lighting, more other stuff, dampening for the echo. Sometimes we get a little echo off the walls in here. All of that should be fixed. And the lighting should be better. The problem with the lighting is when we blast me, they show up on the TV, and then it blurs the TV screens, the 4x4 or 2x2, or the board. Like when I click on the board, the top part of it's got a light on it. So they ordered special lighting for me that's supposed to not affect the screens. So we'll see. I think the lighting shows up today. Shane says, as long as we can hear Kyle, we're all good. It shows my darker side, it's the better side. Alrighty. So I know a lot of you guys are talking about that Wisconsin game. Crispy says halo lighting from the side will work. I know they ordered some diffuser lights or something. I don't know. I'm not in the lighting game. Me Mommy bought premium plays for the first time. Very nice. Premium plays will treat you right. Can't go wrong with them, man. Can't go wrong with them. Speaking of premium plays, 3 days, $99. My personal plays, 3 days, $99. That combo package you can't go wrong with, especially coming into the weekend. The combo package, you get a week of premium plays. You also get a week of my personal plays. You get guaranteed Saturday. You get the guaranteed max fight pick in the UFC. You also get the Sunday guaranteed play, all for $300. And if you were on that package yesterday, you went 7-0 on premium plays and my personal plays. Seth, is Vegas going to be worth coming out for? If you're coming out to gamble, then obviously, yes, it'll always be worth it. If you're coming out for the Vegas experience, shows, the eating, the drinking, and all of that stuff, in my personal opinion, no. I hate to steer people clear of coming to Vegas. Is it going to be fun? It's going to be what you make of it. I know they're opening up more things. And whatnot, and relaxing some restrictions, but it's still going to be the mask Nazis. It's still going to be the same stuff. No problem, real champ. You know where we're at. Seth says, I just want to be there to get drunk and bet on sports. That you'll be able to do. that you'll be able to do. Wade, what was game of the week? Game of the week was the USC Trojans laying 10 yesterday, smashing AZ State late. So, next breakdown. We're going to do 2 back-to-back. We're going to do the Houston and Wichita State game, but first we'll do the Iowa and Wisconsin game. Both games I don't have $1 on yet. All right, both games I don't have $1 on yet. We'll start with the Iowa game, and then we'll do the Houston and Wichita State game. And we'll see what kind of damage that we can get done today. All right? Let's see. If you're emailing me about the BetOnline promo, remember, it can take 2 or 3 days for them to get back to me to verify that you're a new account and you clicked on our link. And all of that. So just because you sign up today, if they verify it right away, then boom, I'll get you up and be good to go. But trust me, I get about 50 requests a day, and 49 of them are people just trying to get, free shit that didn't even sign up with BetOnline. They'll go and screenshot them actually signing up and not the actual finished signing up process. So, unfortunately, I got to weed through everything and can't take people with a grain of salt anymore. You got to actually verify it, sadly. Because there's too many people out there just trying to get free shit. Wade, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Ernesto, hey, Kyle, any comments on the soccer game of the week? Yeah, I absolutely love it. And if you haven't bet it, always bet it. But as Jeff said, Vegas is always fun, and it's what you make of it. So we're going to jump into the Iowa and Wisconsin game, but I want to know, what does my brother Jeff think about Iowa today? Let's hear it. Matter of fact, not just Jeff, but everybody. So while I'm breaking down this game, I'd love to see in the comment section you guys go over who you guys like and possibly why you come to that conclusion. Let's get the user experience up, the Cap Nation members live chatting up, and let's have some fun. All right, line on it is Iowa coming in on the road, catching 1.5 at even money, which means you can get them at +2, minus $1.10. Wisconsin is laying 1.5, minus $1.19. Total on this one, over and under 145, with a first half number of 68.5. Shane says Iowa. Neverez wants to know, Jeff, what games Jeff plays in Vegas. Jeff sits on the nickels, folks. Jeff likes the nickel slots. Primetime Yokes has been making money with Iowa all year, but Wisconsin at home should handle it. David says, I think Iowa just has the better team, and Wisconsin is a bit overrated, in my opinion. Hate the -1, Primetime Yoke says. Matt Bailey says, I like Iowa, but staying off because you don't know what Iowa team you're going to get. It's like a box of chocolates, you just never know which one. All Brent says, I got to think Iowa is a live dog, but I don't follow the Big Ten enough to really know if something is bad about this matchup. TJ Ayers, did you miss anything? Nope, not yet. Joe Free says, Iowa moneyline offense is too much for Wisconsin. Wisconsin can't get past 60 points. Hope I don't offend anyone. Joe Free, my brother, don't ever worry about offending anybody in the Cap Nation because of your opinion. One thing that we will never have here, and as you can tell, there's no more of those type of comments like we saw the last couple days from people, is you will never have or allow me, or I will never allow, somebody to trash somebody else based on their opinion of a game or who they like or what they're betting or the reasons why. All right, we don't tolerate the personal attacks and whatnot. I don't care if you like Iowa. I don't care if you like Wisconsin. Hell, I don't even care if you don't like what I like. So, to me personally, I want everybody to enjoy the user experience of the Cap Nation live shows, to find something that's beneficial to you while you're here. Be it maybe something that I say, someone in the chat says. Enhance your guys' knowledge on sports betting overall. Enhance your life overall. with maybe just some good conversation during the day that you don't get at work or at home or anything like that. So having respect for each other, regardless if I agree with you guys or not, or you guys agree with me or not, having respect for each other. Because trust me, there's some opinions I see in here sometimes where I shake my head. But at the same time, I want to respect you guys to the point that you guys do the same for me and others as well. Because everybody's entitled to their opinion here. All right? Everybody's entitled to their opinion here. And we always have a good time. And we'll continue to make sure that we're having a good time. I kind of like it with the music in the background. We need some more upbeat music here. Might have to put out some. Give me 1 second, folks. Your picks are always free, then go start your own fucking YouTube channel there. Go promote on your own YouTube channel, you fucking moron. Think you're gonna come here and promote yourself? Go build up your own following, all right? Go build up your own following.
Loser!
Alrighty. CLC says, I wouldn't bet Iowa because defense is poor. Wisconsin has been too inconsistent to bet on either. That is a good assumption right there. Dave says, that's my great loser, right? Exactly, Crispy. Exactly. Nobody wants his losers anyways. All right. Jeff likes it when Kyle's spicy. Alrighty. Actually, I respect everybody until they come in here and they do something that they're not supposed to be doing. B. Daughter says, so much for respecting everyone. You're a dickhead, Kyle, and that's a fact. I am a dickhead. I am a dickhead. My wife will tell you that too. I'm an asshole. Thank you for pointing out the truth. I am an asshole. But I love everybody that, follows the rules and respects other. Now, have a little respect for what we do here, and don't take your little trashy Twitter service and come over here and try and start pumping yourself. You know what I mean? Put in the hard work, put in the dedication, and then maybe, whatever his name was, could build up a following as well. But don't come in here, with your 68 subscribers and 75 videos and think that, we're just going to let you openly promote on our channel that I've worked so hard to build up. Not happening. Not happening here, folks. So, and by the way, calling me a dickhead, B. Daughter, I want you to know, I actually take that as a compliment. I actually take that as a compliment. I've been called a hell of a lot worse in my days. And if you think that insulted me, it didn't. It just gave me a little more pep in my step. So here you go. What's going on, everybody? All right. Davis says, don't piggyback off of Kyle's hard work. The moment you're disrespectful, I'll be disrespectful right back. It's just the way the world works. You don't like it? Well, too bad. Pound sand. Pound sand, baby. All right, so on that note, we're going to take a quick 17-second break. Actually, 16 and a half seconds. Because I think this is a very special occasion, all right? Very special occasion. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You know it. You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. All right, so Iowa, Wisconsin. That is who is next on our radar. And again, if you don't like my personality because I'm a dickhead, well, feel free. The unsubscribe button is right there. The unsubscribe button is right there. And you know what to do. Chris B says, what's up? Right? Your mama telling stories about me again. It doesn't. It's our channel. Our channel, our rules. Obviously, it's you that I blocked. So if you don't like it, well, too fucking bad. You don't like it? Too fucking bad. Go build up your own channel. You know what I mean? You gonna take your bullshit and go stand outside of Walmart and hustle it? No, they're gonna remove you from their property, right? And that's exactly what we did. Adios. Alrighty. That's a good sound. That's a good sound. Yeah, that's a good sound. All right. Let's get this breakdown underway. Iowa, 15-6 on the year. Winners of 2 straight. They had a bad stretch where they lost 4 out of 5 games. After winning 5 straight, they lost to Indiana, the Fighting Illini. Sorry, Jeff. They ended up beating Michigan State, which mattered for a lot of Iowa fans. They beat them 84-78. Then they got their butts kicked by Ohio State, 89-85, a 4-point butt kicking, that is. Then a 2-point ass whooping by Indiana. They were losing close games. Losing a lot of close games. Their 3 last losses were all within what? 5 points? 5, 4, and 2. They battled back, beat Rutgers 79-66, and just put this second beat down on Michigan State, beating them 88-58 this last Saturday. Duke, I know. I don't get it. They think that I should just allow them to come in here and promote themselves. You know what I mean? I don't think there's another show out there that will allow that. That's just retarded. Excuse me, I apologize for using the R word. That's just stupid. That's just stupid. But here we are against Wisconsin. They travel on the road to face Wisconsin today. Tom says, after 5 to 10 minutes, there's been zero content, just bitching about some guy giving himself a plug. Tom, there's going to be a lot of 5 to 10 minute stretch with no content. It's called the barbershop for a reason. All right? There's an actual, barbershop pole right over here. And you must be new to our channel. You must be new to our channel because we talk about everything more than just sports, more than just what we're betting on, more than just what you're betting on. And don't worry, we give you a free pass, but we can tell you're probably new around here and you don't know how we work. Some other dog shit show probably just ended, and that's why all of a sudden we're getting a lot of trash over here, because that's what we get, is we get a lot of trash, but we actually turn it in, to quality viewers when people realize what we're about. We're more than just about giving out free plays. If you just want me to read down the list and go down the list, by all means, just go over to SBR or The Dog Show. all right? They'll give you every fucking game on the board, excuse my language, and they'll give it to you twice every single day of the week, sometimes 3 times, both sides that is, on Saturdays. So Carson Wentz to the Colts, very nice. Good for Wentz. Good for Carson to get out of Philly. Take a look at Wisconsin. And again, this is the barbershop of sports betting. And it's funny. I didn't even come up with that name. We just ran with it. So, besides politics and religion, or how much money's in your pocket, as Nathan just said, we talk about everything here. We're going to talk about hunting, fishing, life, travel, air fryers. Speaking of air fryers, if you're part of the Cap Nation YouTube exclusive side, feel free to spam the chat. Let's see it, folks. Let's see it. Let's see those air fryers. Let's see those Cap Nation Brinks truck. Back them up, baby. Joseph, 97% of the money is not currently on BYU. Whoever you're getting that, whatever website you're getting that information from is 100% incorrect. It's actually 52% on BYU, 48% on Pacific. So if you're actually seeing 97%, whatever website you're using, which most people that offer that information are just playing guessing or pushing an agenda, hoping that you bet one side versus the other, is 100% wrong, just so you know. Thank you, David. But there we go. Keep spamming that chat. Keep spamming the chat with the Air Fryer Nation, baby, and the Caps Nation Brinks truck while we talk about Iowa and Wisconsin. So, Wisconsin, winners of 15, losers of 7. They're 9-6 there in the Big Ten Conference. Win one, lose one, win one, lose one, win one, lose one. They are coming off a loss to Michigan. Does their little repeater effect happen? Win one, lose one, win one, lose one. That's been happening since January 23rd when they lost to Ohio State. They also lost to Penn State, Illinois, and Michigan. All right, here they are. They get Iowa today. They're going to play Iowa again in Iowa. The last game of the regular season on March 7th. Now, Joseph, I can guarantee you probably don't have access to actual real live data, courtesy of Scientific Gaming, which is the one that actually provided the live odds directly to the casinos based on the action that's coming in. So you probably can't actually see all the bets coming in, but 97% is not on BYU. That I guarantee. But they are coming off their loss, Wisconsin that is, to Michigan. Here they are against Iowa. Let's take a look at the numbers. Wisconsin's played 15 conference play games to the 14 of Iowa. So we're going to use the conference play only numbers because in reality, you're not padding your numbers with gimme games in the beginning of the season. This is more on the likes of what we're doing now. I absolutely love seeing the chat spammed with the Cap Nation Brinks truck and the air fryer emoji. If you got it, flaunt it, baby. If you got it, flaunt it. If you got the I bet with the goats, let it rip. Let them rip, folks. Nathan, I know you can't wait to get to Spearmint Rhino. I know, brother. I know. As far as this game goes, conference play only numbers. First of all, Iowa has the number 1 offense in the Big Ten Conference based on adjusted efficiencies. Wisconsin coming in 9th. When it comes to defense, Wisconsin coming in 12th. They're in their conference. Bottom of the pack, all right? Darren Master says, enjoy the show. I don't care if it's 8 hours long. And right, hell, we've been live for times at 5.5 hours. When we had a lot of college football games to break down, we were live, which seemed like an eternity, that live show. So, again, our show is not for everybody. Our show is not for everybody. Some people just like you to get to the point. And I get it, but there's better shows out there suited for those people, like SBR or The Dog Show or, everybody else that's out there. There's other shows out there that cater to every different type of person. Not everybody likes what we're about. Not everybody likes to make money. Not everybody likes to deal with somebody that actually bets the fucking games. Not everybody likes to deal with somebody that actually bets the fucking games for thousands of dollars. Some people would rather take advice from somebody holding a baby in their mama's basement saying they bet $50 on a game, but yet they don't even show you that $50 ticket because they don't have a pot to piss in, let alone bet $50 on a game. But if you enjoy getting sports betting advice and content from people that actually wager on the games for thousands of dollars, the same games that I give you guys, then you are in the right place. And if you don't like all of that, then by all means, hit the thumbs down button at least once, hit the unsubscribe button, slap yourself in the face, and skedaddle on out of here. Because the Cap Nation Live show is geared towards winners and people that like making money. And if you're just a habitual loser and you want to come join the winning side, then let me tell you, you're in the right place. You are in the right place. But if you're just a habitual loser, you're just used to losing and you want to continue with your old ways, by all means, hit that unsubscribe button and beat it. But again, you like making money, you like hammering the books consistently. We're not going to win every day, but you like hammering the books consistently, week after week, then you're in the right place. You want to actually be able to come to a live show and engage with somebody, ask a question, and I'll actually answer it, then you're in the right place. Job and James, act professional, bro. Stop talking trash. Is this where I would say piss off? I could get a little more vulgar. William, you got the combo package. Awesome, brother. The days that you had left on your premium plays, I think you still had 3 days left, will just be extended to the end of it. But I'll take a look at it. I'll take a look and I'll make sure accounting does it correctly. But you know, we're going to piss off some people because they just want me to get straight to the point. Yada, 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 yada. Oh, be nice. Be nice. I am nice. I'm the nicest motherfucker you'll ever meet. Until you cross me. Until you cross me. And then you ain't going to get shit from me. That's a fact. Just beat it, right? Actually, we have our own slogan here. It's called Deal With It, right? Message, don't even give the trolls any attention. No, I'm having fun. J-Rock says, LOL, professional. This ain't the office, it's the barbershop. And last time I checked, it's a sports betting business. If you can't handle a little heat, then get the flip out of the kitchen, right? This is sports betting. This is gambling. If you don't like it, I mean, tough shit. Beat it. Sometimes you get punched in the nose. Right, Renault? I agree. I agree. Tom says, better pissed off than pissed on. Hell yeah. I'm going to create our own sound effect, and it's going to be like, deal with it. Deal with it. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to create a sound effect. I don't know how, but I'm going to figure it out. Can't be that hard. Absolutely can't be that hard. What's going on, Jordan? Sophia Smith says, let me say it for you, Kyle. Piss off, bro, right? Fernando says, Houston, Gonzaga, Michigan, and BYU parlay. Sounds good. Right, David? Right? Oh, no. Seth says 25 more picks. Or more likes, and Kyle shows us the robe modeling pic. Yeah, not going to happen. I was skinny back then. Now I'm fat. Probably impressive. You guys wouldn't even recognize me. You guys wouldn't even recognize me. Yes, if you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button right down below. That way, you don't miss a beat on any of the shit that we talk, any of the clowns that we flush, any of the clowns that we make cry. And all the winners, baby. And all the winners. Winners, baby, winners. All right, so taking a look back at Iowa and Wisconsin, because I do believe we were somewhere along the lines of breaking down the Iowa and Wisconsin game. And we like when we get sidetracked here. Let me shut the running water off. You guys got a leaky toilet. You need to fix that shit around here. Shane says, Kyle, you're not fat. You're just well-fed. I am well-fed. Wife's spaghetti last night. Whoo, was it good. Chris says, I just got here, came into some heat. We keep it on fire, baby. We keep it on fire. Nathan says that soundboard put in more. I need more sound effects. Need more sound effects pronto, please. Right? What else we got on here? 40 minutes. 40 minutes. Damn straight, Vern Williams. 40 minutes before that soccer game of the week. I'm actually really excited to see, well, not to see the games. I already have it and already bet it. But to actually make money on it and see what they do here moving on in the future. I absolutely love it. All right. So let's get back to that breakdown, shall we? Ooh, that was a little loud. I apologize, folks. That one was a little loud in your ears. I'll tone it down a little. We won't use the clown horn anymore, all right? We will not use the clown horn. Unless they make another fake account and come on back. Then we'll use it again. Thomas says the toilet got clogged from the turds bitching. Right? Lawrence says, Kyle, I'm in a great mood. When you win 70-something thousand and 42K of it came on parlays, how can you not be in a good mood? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Look at Nathan, handicap in soccer. I got to tell you, Nathan used to be the biggest soccer hater in the world. And now, Nathan might be the biggest soccer lover in the world. I absolutely love it. This is my favorite quote by Nathan. And shipmate, I keep this here just for you, brother. I keep this here just for you. We turned Nathan into a soccer fan. Nathan told me the other day, I hope you don't mind me saying this, that he really enjoys soccer early because he likes to make his money early and be done. I got to tell you, I'm right there with you. Nothing like coming up 4 or 5K early in the morning and then being done with it. It's a great spot to be in. All right, so finally back to Iowa and Wisconsin. Let's take a look at Wisconsin and their little lackluster offense because they definitely struggle there while Iowa struggles on the defensive side of the game. Wisconsin, they hit 48% from the field, 32.4% conversion from out deep, 47.7%, enough to round up and say 48% from two-point range, 76% free throw shooting. They're actually a quality free throw shooting team. All right, 76.4% in conference play. You take a look at Iowa on offense, the number one rated offense. They're in the Big Ten conference based on adjusted efficiencies and all of that good stuff. They're putting out 54% shooting from the field, 40.8% shooting from three-point range. The number one three-point shooting team in the Big Ten conference at just under 41%. Number 11 in the country at three-point shooting, by the way. They're converting 49.3% of all their two-point plays. and they're only a 72.7% free throw shooting team, which is almost 2% above Division I average. Two-foul participation between both teams, null and void, won't matter. 1.9% for Iowa, 3.7% for Wisconsin. Not going to affect anybody either which direction that you look. Now, things that matter in this game. Iowa limiting turnovers on offense, number 1 in their conference, limiting turnovers to 13.3%. Number 2 in offensive rebounds at 31.3%. Whereas Wisconsin offensive rebounding is absolutely a train wreck. Just 22% of all the rebounds are offensive rebounds. Now, Wisconsin's defense, 3rd in their conference rated overall. They are holding teams to only 48.5% shooting from the field, keeping teams right around 32.5% shooting from three-point range, holding teams under 49% at 48.4% conversion of all their two-point plays, turning the ball over or creating turnovers at a rate of 16.7%, limiting their opponent's offensive rebounds to the 24.7%, boxing them out and keeping them from those offensive rebounds. They do that part well. Now, the part about Iowa that I don't like, and sorry, Jeff, and you probably agree with me, is when they play on the defensive side of things, they suck lately. Their numbers are absolutely horrible. Now, if you take their all-season numbers, they're not that bad, but they've been torched in a couple conference play games, a.k.a. Indiana, Ohio State, Illinois, and Indiana, and they didn't get torched on the scoreboard. It's just their stat category. So while their stat category shows all red, and you look at it, and you look at the numbers and you compare them, if you were to base Iowa and their numbers based on just the numbers you see, it's horrible. It is absolutely horrible on paper. But when you take away the paper and you fold that shit up and you throw it away or you light it on fire in the dumpster and you take a look at what they do on the court with your own eyeballs, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's not as bad as it seems based on paper. We see this all the time. Paper versus reality. Reality usually holds course. All right? These numbers that you see on Iowa, a lot of them are padded. A lot of them are padded after, a couple of their games where they gave up a lot of points. Overtime game against Minnesota that they lost, they gave up 102 points to. 99 that they gave up to Gonzaga. 89 in their loss to Ohio State. And a back-and-forth game where they lost by 4. These numbers that you see on paper don't support what actually happens on the court. If I were to see these numbers, and I just focused in on just this number right here, and I didn't look at anything else, I'd say, oh man, this team's getting their ass kicked by 20 points all the time. But that's not the case. When you take a look at their defensive numbers, giving up 49.9% shooting from the field, that's a good number. That is a quality number. That's better than the Division I average. Holding teams to 35% three-point shooting. That's not that bad. That's above the Division I average, but that's not that bad. Holding teams to 47.8% shooting from two-point range. That's better than the Division I average. And yes, if you're talking about their pace of play, they do slow it down on defense as well. Holding teams to 17.8 seconds on average. Wisconsin is a very slow team at 19.2 seconds on average per possession. The part where Iowa struggles on defense is creating turnovers. They're creating turnovers at a clip of 14%. That is a low number. They're allowing teams to score offensive rebounds or nab them, however you want to call them, at a rate of 27.7%, which is still below the Division I average. That's all positive for a defense. But when you play in the conference that you play in, and your numbers aren't padded consistently, that's what you get. Both go to the bench for 30% of their total minutes played by bench personnel. Both rely on that three ball for 34% for Wisconsin, 36% of their total points for Iowa. Both will rely on that three ball consistently. The difference is Iowa relies on the free throw for almost 19% of their total points. Jeff says everybody wants to talk about their defense because their offense is number 1 in the country, so they have to talk about their defense. I agree. As far as this one goes, first of all, I don't have $1 on this one. Full disclaimer, I do not have $1 on this one. But if I have to give a lean on this one, I do lean towards Iowa. I think they're the better team. As Jeff said, if Iowa hits 65 points, they win. If it is a low-scoring, right around 110-point game, Wisconsin will have a chance. However, I don't think Wisconsin's offense will be able to keep up with Iowa. Now, their defense, on the other hand, is quality. They're holding teams to 48.5% shooting, 32.6% from three-point range, 48.4% conversion is what they give up to opposing offenses. I think Wisconsin's defense will try and slow down Iowa. Iowa should be able to knock down the buckets that they want, and their defense has to step up and not play like it looks like on paper. So as far as this one goes, I think when it's all said and done, Wisconsin may be leading at the half, but I think when it's all said and done, Iowa should be able to grind it out, tire them down, and I'm not going to say put the beat down on them, but I do lean towards the dog here in Iowa plus the 2. I think if this game was played on any other court, if this game was played on a neutral site game, Iowa would be favored. But they're playing at the Kohl Center, which doesn't have that big of a home court advantage anyways, even if it was packed with fans, which it won't be. It only had a score of 3.6. Iowa on the road. They beat Michigan State on the road. They beat Northwestern. They beat Maryland. They beat Rutgers. They're very capable to win on the road. And I think they're a live dog. I think they win today. I really do. I really do. If I was going to take them, I'd play on the safe side and take the plus 2. Anytime you're going to give me 2 points versus plus 120 money, I'll take the 2 points. Especially in a game where I think it's going to be close. Now, the Marquette game yesterday where they were getting 2.5 and they won by like 2,000, that was a whole different story. But I do like Iowa plus the 2. I think they're the better team on offense. I think they have a quality defense. It's just been the numbers on paper don't reflect what they're capable of doing on the court. And remember, we're betting on kids. They have to be able to do what we think that they're capable of doing. Hold on one second, guys. Give me 1 second, guys. Brian, what's going on, brother? J-Rock, I agree. I definitely agree. But again, I do lean towards Wisconsin. I do not lean towards Wisconsin. I lean towards Iowa plus the 2. I was actually reading something on Wisconsin at the same time. Mimo, you can get 2.5, even better, brother. Even better. I can get 2.5 at minus 121, 2 at minus 111. I like the plus 2, but again, it's just a lean. For everybody that's here, nearly 200 people, full disclaimer. I don't have $1 on this game. I might put a small wager on it later. But again, I think there's better opportunities in games that probably won't be as close. So I'd rather put my money on a game where I don't think that the game's going to be decided by a point or 2. I think that not only can Iowa win, I think they could possibly lose by a couple points if it's a slow barn burner style of game. So I'd rather take my money and invest it in another game elsewhere. where I think the probability of winning is much higher. So for that aspect, a lean, guys, when I give you guys a lean for everybody that doesn't know or that you guys are new, because we get a lot of new people, as you can see, a lot of people that aren't familiar with what we do or the way we work. Just because I give out a lean doesn't mean I'm going to bet it, unless I tell you that. A lean, I'm leaning on it. I'm advising you guys where I would go if I had to bet it, hoping that my breakdown helps you guys in to betting the way that you guys want to bet. All I want to do is try and help you guys sorry, I was reading something. Help you guys and increase what you guys are doing with some of these breakdowns on games that I may not be betting, like this one and the next one that we're going to do. So, for instance, yesterday, I gave you guys a couple leans, but I advised you guys that I was betting it. I leaned VCU first half. Told you I was going to bet it. Also leaned NC State in the over. I bet that one as well. Even though we gave out NC State plus the 4.5, I leaned towards the over. I told you I'd have a small wager on it. Same thing with Marquette. I said they're a live dog, and I'd have a small wager on Marquette, like a $300 wager type of bet, whereas I'm betting $3,000 on a game. And we did. Stacey Roach, am I going to discuss the Michigan game? If I have time to do the Michigan game, I will. We've been running a little late. We've been running a little long at the current moment. But if I have time, I definitely will. But we've been live for a little while right now. I don't even know how long we've been live for, but I know we've been live for a while. Hour and 45 minutes already. But the next one that we're going to do is the next game on the board for everybody. And again, I might have a bet on Iowa when it's all said and done. And if I do, I'll post on my Twitter. And if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, you probably should. I'm actually due to post a free play on there. It's been a while since I posted a free play on Twitter. And it's been a little while since I have. I gotta tell you, man, there's a lot of fucking trolls out there. I tweet a thank you to the guys over at BetOnline for their super fast payout, and all of a sudden, all these other services have to retweet or make a comment, or other books, pay-per-head sites. Let me tell you, man, there's a lot of trolls out there just trolling around waiting to see who posts what. But here's my Twitter. It's at CapNationKyle. I just posted a link to it in the comment section. Zach F says that Guaranteed Soccer Play is giving me goosebumps. I'm so stoked. Me too. I think it should be a great winner. And just remember, it doesn't matter if it's my game of the week or the soccer play or Guaranteed Saturday or our premium plays today. Always make sure that you guys are wagering responsibly, okay? That's number one. You know, always make sure that you guys are wagering responsibly. And always within your means. You know what I mean? Always leave room just in case, because at the end of the day, we're betting on humans. Humans make mistakes. You know, that Atletico Madrid game, they missed a wide open net on a nice little footer that just had to get right in the, just put it right, literally kicked it right over it for a little tap in. So shit can happen. And it doesn't matter if it's football, basketball, hockey, baseball when it happens, basketball. Shit can and will happen. So always, please, wager responsibly. I don't ever want to see anybody get hurt because they go too big. Now, if you're up and you're pressing, by all means, have some fun, baby, because that's the only time you're really going to get ahead is when you're pressing. But again, make sure you're still wagering responsibly. All right, next one up. Houston and Wichita State. That is the next breakdown that we're going to do for everybody. I promised this breakdown to a few people, so we're going to hit it. Houston laying 7.5. Wichita State catching 7.5. Total on this one, over and under 139. Wichita State, a plus 270 money line home dog. First half number has Houston laying 4, Wichita State catching 4. Over and under 66. Jordan says, man, we're betting on people. We can't expect them to have a perfect day every time they play. You know, we want to expect it, but you have to expect the unexpectable and know that we are betting on humans. You're not betting on marbles that are just going to do their thing and roll down the chute. Although some people were betting on marbles during COVID, we were not betting on marbles here. That's a fact. All right, so take a look at the Houston and Wichita State game. This is a 7 p.m. Eastern Time game televised on ESPN2 for everybody. All right, take a look at Houston, 17-2 on the year for the Cougars. Their only 2 losses came by way of Tulsa and ECU. All right, they lost to ECU by 9 on the road, lost 82-73, and they lost on the road to Tulsa 65-64 in a game they should have won. They've got wins about just about everybody in the American Atlantic Conference. Their 2 losses are conference play losses. They're 11-2 in conference play. They're coming off their win last Wednesday on the 10th against South Florida, who they beat 82-65. They travel on the road to play Wichita State. They already beat Wichita State on their own home court. They beat them by 7. If I have time, I'll talk about the Lakers. If I have time in a little bit. Seth, what are you saying? I didn't see your comment. Shane, just breakdowns on the Iowa game. But no, I don't have a personal play on the Houston game. Do not have a personal play on the Houston game. When you take a look at Wichita State, keep in mind they already lost to Houston on Houston's home court by 7. Here they are trying to get back. They've won 4 straight. They beat UCF, Tulane, Temple, UCF again by 1, 61-60. Both the games against UCF were close games. The first one went to overtime. They won by 5. The second one, they won by 1. UCF is a team that Houston beat by 9 and then beat by, I think, 17. But again, winners of 4 straight, that is Wichita State. Their 4 losses came by way of Missouri, Oklahoma State, Houston, who already beat them, as well as Memphis. They're 8-2 in conference play in the American Athletic Conference. And when you take a look at both programs side by side, you're going to see not only does Houston have a top-rated offense, they're rated 13th in the entire country on offense based on adjusted efficiency, strength of schedule, strength of opponent's schedule, all that stuff, but their defense is top-notch as well. 7th in the country based on adjusted efficiencies. When you take a look at conference play-only numbers and the American Athletic Conference, Houston has the number 1 offense and the number 2 defense compared to the number 2 offense of Wichita State and the number 5 defense of Wichita State, conference play-only numbers. We will use conference play-only numbers. Houston has played 13 conference games to the 10 conference games for Wichita State, and they've already played each other. Houston and their number 1 conference offense, hitting 49.9% from the field, 35% from three-point range, a lackluster 48% conversion of their two-point plays, and they hit 71.7% from the charity stripe. Wichita State, they hit 46% from the field, 32.3% shooting from three-point range, 44.7% conversion of all their two-point plays. And believe it or not, they're number 2 in the conference. And listen to these numbers and how below they are than the Division I average. They're a 68.7% free throw shooting team. Now, when you take a look at the defenses, but first, 2 foul participation, null and void. Wichita State's in it for less than 1%, 8% for Houston. No advantage there, about a half-inch height advantage for the kids coming out of Houston. They'll be the slightly taller team, not much of an advantage there at all. Both go to the bench for about 30% of their total minutes played by bench personnel. When you take a look at the defenses and you try and compare them side by side, first of all, Wichita State, they give up 45% shooting overall. They're holding teams to 28% shooting from three-point range. Both of these teams defend the 3-ball exceptionally well. They're holding teams to 46.9% shooting of all their two-point plays. Excuse me. And then you've got Houston. Again, quality defense. Holding teams to 42.3% shooting 42.3% shooting overall, holding teams to 29% shooting from three-point range. Again, quality three-ball defense. Holding teams to 41.7% shooting from two-point range. Every jump shot, layup, and dunk. They're number one in their conference in this category. And again, you take a look at point distribution. Houston's going to rely on that three ball for a lot more than what Wichita State does. They rely on it for 37% of their total points. 31.7% is what Wichita State relies on the three ball. You're going to be going up against two teams that defend the three ball exceptionally well. Now, as far as this one goes, total on this one, over and under 139. Their first meeting had a total of 133. I don't even think it hits 133. I think the total on this one is high. I think the total on this one is high for the fact that Houston is capable of scoring a lot of points against a shitty defense. And when you look at Wichita State's defense, they're not that bad. Both teams are very comparable when it comes to the defensive side of things. So as far as that goes, not only am I going to, I lean towards Houston to get the job done, but again, I'm not going to bet the side on this one. All right? Yeah, we're plugging in the light because we've got a play coming out. All right? I do lean towards Houston laying the 7.5. But again, I'm staying clear of that one. I'm going to focus in on the total here. Houston and Wichita State under 139. Under 139. It's time to put that sucker on the board. That is a small free play, just so you guys know. $500 free play. Whereas premium plays and my personal plays, I'm going to fire $3,000 on. All right? Just so you guys know that. This is a smaller free play. Under 139, Houston and Wichita State. Let's get that sucker up on the board. I'm sure it'll be screwed up somehow. There we go. There we go. All right, leave that up there for a second for you guys. Thank you, Jared. I appreciate that. Again, to everybody that has given us a big thumbs up in the video, I just want to say thank you. Help get our video trending on YouTube. Help get our video pointed in the right direction. But let me tell you, we do have a members-only live show in 2 hours. In 2 hours from now, we have a members-only live show. Okay? Members-only live show in 2 hours from now. If you want to become a YouTube exclusive member and join us for the members only live show, it is super easy. You need to be a member here on YouTube. Either look right down below, you're going to see a $sign. Click that $sign and it'll allow you to join the channel. Or click the join button if you see a join button. Or in the description of this video, there's a thing that says join here. Or in the comment section I just posted, it says join here. Click that button. It starts out at $9.99 a month for the Cap Nation member, as well as $14.99 a month for the Cap Nation family member. The family member is a lot better value in everybody's opinion. And everybody eventually upgrades. Why? Because you get double the content for exclusive content, that is. Becoming a member, first of all, you get members-only discounts from time to time, which we had a real good one on Monday, but we don't talk about it because what happens in the members area stays in the members area. And there's some more members-only discounts coming up for the rest of the week, later in the week, that you guys may not want to miss out on some specific spot things. You get up to 2 members-only videos a week, and there's going to be more than that this week. You get up to 2 members-only live shows a week, and there's going to be more than that. We already had a members-only live show Monday. That was for the Cap Nation family. This one is open to all levels of members today at 2:30 Eastern Time. YouTube is bad about sending notifications out if you don't have all notifications checked. So best thing to do, you guys all got a phone. You all have a smartphone. If you're here watching me, you have a smartphone. All right? Unless you're Fast Freddy, then you still got probably a flip phone. Fast Freddy, I love you, brother. Go take your phone. Go to your alarm clock and set it right now for 2:30 Eastern Time, 1:30 Central, 12:30 Mountain Time, and 9:30, 9:30? No, 11:30, excuse me, West Coast Time. And set that alarm clock right now. That way you do not miss anything that we do. That way you don't miss anything that we do. By the way, if you're on my personal plays, they haven't been sent out yet. You will not miss anything. They're coming out after this live show. After this live show, they will come out. Just so you guys know. And again, you have 20 minutes to get on board. 20 minutes to get on board our soccer game of the week that the company put out. No, I did not pick it, but I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. Tijuana time, that would be 11:30. 11:30 Tijuana time. All right, so we're going to break down a couple more for you guys. Well, at least one more. Seth says make sure you're setting all your notifications. Exactly. Go to your notification spot and make sure all are set for this channel, including live members-only content as well. Next one that we're going to do, we're going to do the Eastern Kentucky and Tennessee Martin one at 9 p.m. Eastern time on ESPN+. Stacey Roach, what office is your show from? The one in West Phoenix. Man, that's an annoying barbershop pole, let me tell you. Alrighty. Give me 1 second, folks. Okay, so we're going to do one more. The Eastern Kentucky Tennessee Martin game. That is the breakdown coming up next. You guys are a little too quiet in the live chat. And if you want to get your name in green like everybody, you got to join the YouTube community. So go click that join now button and come join us on the dark side, the good side, the green side, Air Fryer Nation for a lot of fun. Aaron says, any word on the 3x3 for the UFC? 3x3 will be back this weekend. It's not up yet, or at least I don't think it's up yet, but the 3x3 will be up for everybody this weekend. I don't know when. It was supposed to be up this morning. I don't know if it's up yet. I haven't had a chance to check yet, Aaron, but I did ask. I said, you got some guys that would like to take advantage of the 3x3, so you should see it soon. Fernando, correct. The barbershop pole just turned on all by itself. I thought I unplugged that fucker. All right, I'm a little weirded out. I was only pulling the plug out a little bit, and I guess it went right back in. How do you get it to gold? You got to be a member for a couple months. And you get that gold badge like you got there, Jared. But yeah, Aaron, I would check. If you haven't checked this morning, I'd check again. Or check again later on this afternoon. But the 3x3 should be up there. Checking that poll to make sure it stays off. All right, so here's what I want to see. If you are a YouTube exclusive member, and again, Aaron, no problem, brother. And again, if you have access to Air Fryer Nation, if you have access to that Air Fryer emoji, if you have access to the Cap Nation's Brink truck, back it up and spam the chat. Let's see it. Let's see it. Start spamming that chat, folks. I'll start it off. You guys follow suit. If it allows me, I guess I'm over my... There we go. There we go. Now I'm good. All right, so next breakdown coming your way. Eastern Kentucky, laying 11.5, minus 108. Laying 11, minus $1.18. That actually has moved 1%. 1 point. From 117 to 118. Over and under, 151.5 point. First half numbers, Eastern Kentucky laying 6.5. Tennessee Martin catching 6.5 in the first half. Over and under 72 in a high-flying, high-scoring potential game, so they say. Eastern Kentucky, 17-5 for the Colonials on the year. Jose says, Raptors plus 6, Lakers laying 3, and the Kings plus 1. What do you guys think? Looks good. I'd like to say I'm not a big fan of parlays, but hey, we hit 42K in parlays yesterday. I guess I'm kind of a fan now. Todd, I appreciate that. By all means, keep spamming the chat. Keep that chat rate up, baby. Help get our video trending on YouTube. Eastern Kentucky, winners of 2 straight. Beat Tennessee Tech. And they beat Tennessee Martin. Tennessee Tech and Tennessee State. They're playing Tennessee Martin today, who they beat back on January 21st. By 40 points. They beat them by 40 at home. Here they are traveling on the road. Coming off 2 straight road wins, beating Tennessee State 93-73 by 20 and beating Tennessee Tech by 11. Tennessee Martin, on the other hand, 7-13 on the year. 5-11 in that Ohio Valley Conference play. Losers of 2 straight, losers of 4 out of their last 6, losing to Austin Peay, Murray State, SIU Edwardsville, and Jacksonville State as well. When you start comparing numbers side by side, first of all, Eastern Kentucky doesn't have a high-flying offense, but they're efficient. They are efficient at what they do. You take a look at their conference play-only numbers. They're hitting 52.5% from the field, 37.5% from three-point range, 49.6% conversion of all their 2-point plays, and they're a lackluster 69% shooting from the charity stripe. All year long, they're 71% from the charity stripe. Tennessee Martin, on the other hand, they're hitting a very pathetic 44.6% from the field, 33.3% from three-point range, 0.5% below Division I average, 41.6% conversion. Yes, folks, only 41% conversion of all their 2-point plays. However, they can knock down a free throw at a quality 73.6%. Explain that one to me. I have no flipping clue how that's even possible. 2-foul participation. Tennessee Martin is not in it at 5%, and either is Eastern Kentucky at 5% as well. Taking a look at the defense, something that University of Tennessee Martin does not play. They don't play it. They give up 57% shooting from the field to their opponents. They give up a high 37.5% from three-point range, which, incidentally enough, is what Eastern Kentucky shoots on a daily basis. So look for Eastern Kentucky to knock down those threes. They give up 57.4% conversion of all the 2-point plays. So for what and where Eastern Kentucky struggles on offense, look for them to have an easier time converting all those 2-point buckets. All right? Take a look at the Eastern Kentucky defense. Decent numbers. They give up 51% shooting from the field. They're holding teams to under 33% shooting from 3-point range. They are giving up 52% conversion of all the 2-point plays. You know, they create turnovers at an extreme rate, nearly 1 out of 4. They're number 1 in the Ohio Valley Conference at creating turnovers when they're on defense at 23.6%. Offensive rebounding, that's one spot Eastern Kentucky struggles at 26%. However, the University of Tennessee Martin, their defense gives up offensive rebounds to their opponents at the rate of 33%. 33%. So look for Eastern Kentucky to try and take advantage of that. Now, Eastern Kentucky is a smaller team by over an inch. They're not going to look like midgets against them, but they're definitely, definitely going to be the smaller team on average. Now, other than that, when you take a look at what they did in their first meeting, Eastern Kentucky smacking them by 40 points. I mean, that is a total, absolutely ass-kicking, embarrassing, dominating feat. Now, Tennessee Martin's going to come out, and they're going to be playing dirty, and they're going to be trying to get back. They were embarrassed on the road. They got beat by 40 flipping frickin' points. All right? They did. They got beat by 40 points. Thank God it wasn't on their own home court. But here they are on their home court. They already know they got their ass kicked by 40 once. What's going to happen in this one? Tennessee Martin's going to come out. Yeah, we got some tunes rolling to drown out the washing machine noise of that money-making barbershop pole. They're going to come out, and they're going to try and play with Eastern Kentucky. Maybe they hang for the first 20. Maybe they hang for the first 30 minutes. Maybe they keep it close. I don't think that happens. I think it's an absolute blowout slugfest today by Eastern Kentucky. But maybe they keep it close early. But when it's all said and done, Eastern Kentucky laying the 11.5 at minus 108, I'm going to take it at 11 minus $1.18. I'm going to lay 8 cents more, and I'm taking it at minus 11. Not only is that your free play, but that's one of my personal plays on the day that I'm sending to everybody. Don't worry if you just signed up for personal plays. I got more money-making plays for all you guys as well. All right, this one is going on the board, and it's going on the board in style. All right, and we're cashing this flipping ticket. Eastern Kentucky laying 11. Eastern Kentucky laying 11. Yeah, I'm laying 8 cents more juice at $1.18, so that way I can lay them at 11 versus 11.5. To be honest, I don't think we need it, but I'm going to take it and err on the side of caution. I mean, after all, University of Tennessee Martin is going to try and put the beat down on them. Why? Because they were embarrassed and smoked by 40 points earlier in the year. All right? Eastern Kentucky, free personal play. If it loses, I apologize now, but it's not going to. All right? It's not going to. It's going to be a nice monster win for everybody. All right? Now, soccer game of the week. You guys got 9 minutes or less than that, about 7 minutes to get on board if you're not on board already. Premium plays. Our first premium play doesn't start until what? 6 p.m. Eastern time. My first personal play, all my plays are later in the day. All my plays are later in the day. First one goes down at 8 p.m. Eastern time. All right, that's my first one. So if you find yourself down and out and you need some big wins later on, make sure you get on my personal plays and I will take care of you. All right, I will take care of you. With that being said, I don't know where my live chat went. But again, we will be live again. Literally in an hour and 45 minutes. All right, we'll be live again in an hour and 45 minutes. So don't miss out on that members-only live show. Click that join button. Become a YouTube exclusive member. Primetime Yoke, unfortunately, brother, I don't have time to do the Ohio State game. I've already been live for 2 hours and 16 minutes. And in an hour and 45 minutes, we've got the members-only live one. Maybe it'll be one of the ones that we do on the members-only live show. But the members-only live show is going to be a good one. And we have members-only content coming out the rest of the week. There'll be a members-only video tomorrow. On Friday, we'll probably have a members-only live show Saturday, maybe one Sunday. We're going to have a lot of members-only content this week. So make sure you are a YouTube exclusive member. All right? So, with that being said, you all know it's true. Uh-huh. All right, folks. I am out of here. I got to figure out a way to go spend those winnings from yesterday, and I got to order this boat. All right? So, with that being said, good luck. Always. Stacey says, I think the chat froze. Me too. You guys are all quiet on me all of a sudden. Always wager responsibly. Okay? And we'll see you guys all live for the members only live show in an hour and 20 minutes. Hour and 40 minutes. Set your alarm clocks, 2:30 Eastern time. Good luck, everybody. We'll see you guys all during the live show.